Hey, thanks for coming back to the channel. I thought I'd do a quick video on the subject of EDC, or everyday carry. And this is everyday carry for the non-tactical civilian. This is the way I normally go to work. I work in an office environment and I carry everywhere all the time. Now, what I'm going to go through is what I carry on my body all the time. And I'll explain a little bit about why I do that. The first is the belt. And this is probably one of the most overlooked but important pieces of your everyday carry. And right now I'm speaking to men or people who dress like men, and this is what carries the weight and does the work of the things that you're going to carry on your body around your waist. It has to be rigid, and it has to be reliable in that it's not going to fall apart. It's not going to be wimpy. It has to be strong in order to carry what you're going to carry on your belt. So let me start with mine. I carry most of the time, I carry a 4-inch Ruger 5.7. And I carry a 4 o'clock outside the waistband. I prefer outside the waistband. I can carry concealed inside or outside the waistband or open carry in my state with no permit. I prefer the Ruger 5.7 for a lot of reasons. I've got a couple of videos on why I do that. I prefer outside the waistband for this, anything that's pretty much greater than 3.5 inches, 4 inches, 5 inches. Outside the waistband is way more comfortable than trying to fit it inside the waistband. Unless you're going to have big baggy pants and you're going to have a lot of belt space to put it in. So this is my preferred carry. Now, because I carry outside the waistband, from time to time I'll need to take my jacket off, or some of you refer to it as your cover. So you go from concealed to open. Never ever carry outside the waistband unless your holster is double retention. What does that mean? That means somebody can't come behind you, beside you, whatever, and take your gun from you, because there's a secondary lock. So outside the waistband, okay, in a double retention holster, minimum double retention holster. I like this one. I got the holster from Ruger, by the way, and it has, the release is based on not the trigger finger, but your social finger. This is the finger that releases the mechanism, and it does that as you grip the gun, which is different from the Black Hawk Serpa, which is your trigger finger goes down, and it's the trigger finger that releases the mechanism. I like this because it forces what is known as the master grip. Master grip on the gun is an aggressive move. What does that mean? That means you're down hard on it, hence the reason for the belt, and then when you grip, in this holster, the firearm comes out. This is what happens if I do a wimpy grip on it, right? Wimpy grip, oh crap, too late. My social finger didn't get in there in time, and now I don't have my firearm. So, that's the firearm part and the holster belt combination. Let's talk about blades. I carry 2 blades on me, and they have different purpose. The first one I carry is the one that a lot of you think about, and that's my utility blade. And it's part of my EDC tool, which is a Leatherman Free P4. Leatherman Free P4. I love this thing. Had it for several years. Got it when it first came out. But the blade that I use is the one that I use on here. I got to cut a box, I got to cut a string, I got to cut a thing, I got to do a thing. This is the blade, 2.5 inch blade. Works great, very sharp, along with all the other tools. I use this, by the way, this multi-tool every day for something. And it always surprises me. It always surprises me what I use it for, right? So that's the first blade. The second blade is my self-defense blade. Now let me talk to self-defense blade. Self-defense blade does not mean I intend to get in a knife fight with anyone. Knife fighting is for fools. For example, if I see a knife, I'm going to run the other way. It does two things. It gets me away, gives me time, time gives me options, and if I have my firearm, which I almost always will, then I can turn and return fire. Right? See a knife, run. So it's not for knife fighting, you know, like you see on TV or on YouTube. This is my preferred blade for that. It's the CRKT Provoke. Been out a while. Now they have them in different colors. I love this knife. One, because as I deploy it, I don't have to deploy the blade. I can use this and I can start whacking somebody in the noggin, in the face, in the eyes, which will definitely get them to stop doing what they're doing, and I don't have to deploy a blade. If that fails to work, or they're trying to get at my firearm, then I can go and deploy the blade and start doing wet work. Wet work means wet work. You're now getting busy, blood's going to be everywhere, and it's going to be messy. But that's what this blade is for. Do I have others? Yes, I have some that I like. I've got the Infidel from Benchmade. Love that knife. It's an out the front knife, but it takes a minute to get it out of your pocket and deploy it. The same for a flipper, the same for an Emerson with the wave. It takes a minute to get it out. This one is out and you can get busy right away. If this blade had been available, I would have gotten this instead of the others. But the free P4 was not available either. And I didn't like those other EDC tools. So the next on this side is the ammo. This is a 20 round magazine for the Ruger 5.7. 20 rounds in the gun, 20 rounds on the hip, that's 40 rounds. And as I said a lot, if you can't get your business done in 40 rounds, you got other kind of problems going on, right? Now, do I carry a cell phone? Yes, all the time, everywhere. Obviously, I carry a small wallet with my ID, and it's one that my brother actually gave me. I really like it. It's from Travax. I'm not going to get all into it, but it is pretty cool. It allows me to have my ID, and I can have one thing to carry bills. I can carry up to 10 bills, so that's $1,000 in 100s, if you know what I mean. But it's been a very convenient thing, and I really like it a lot. And this is my everyday carry for cards and ID and money. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. The main part is that you don't have to look tactical. But you do need to have the quality things. You do need to think about what you're going to have, why you're going to have it on your hip. So, let me know what your thoughts are. How do you carry? How do you carry? Why do you carry that way? We'd all like to know. If you like the content on the channel, please subscribe. Hit the icon so you get notified. And as always, like I like to say, wherever you can, whenever you can, however you can, carry on.